behind it. Rob Roberts.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. The budget and the contents within it for Wales bring together an ambitious programme of renewal that will generate jobs and level up local communities. Going forward, Wales will see a record £18 billion a year, the largest annual funding settlement since devolution began, helping level up across the whole of the United Kingdom. Wales will also benefit from UK-wide support for people, businesses, green jobs and investment to level up all of the opportunities before them. There will also be targeted UK funding that will support local infrastructure improvements and investment in communities in the form of the £121 million outlined in this allocation of the Levelling Up Fund, with further rounds of this fund to follow in the future. I remain hopeful that the Labour-run Flintshire Council, the local authority area in which Delyn sits, will have prepared a bid for the next round of funding, having decided not to bother with applying for constituency-level funding in this round. Infrastructure improvements, Madam Deputy Speaker, hopefully like a new train station at Greenfield, which was a key pledge during my election campaign in order to level up the Holywell area of Delyn, bringing constituents there closer to the job opportunities that exist in the wider North Wales and North West of England economic region. The Chancellor set out a plan to deliver the priorities of the British people by investing in stronger public services, levelling up opportunity, driving business growth and helping working families with the cost of living and owning their own homes. In the calendar year 2019, the average UK constituency built 246 new properties. In Delyn, 29% lower. In 2020, the average constituency built 189 new properties. In Delyn, 34% lower. So far in 2021, average constituencies built 180 new homes. In Delyn, just 74, which is almost 60% less than average. The Welsh Government Minister told me that housing is her top priority. Well, Madam Deputy Speaker, figures are demonstrating it's only getting worse year on year, and I'd hate to think what the details look like for things that aren't her top priority. Hopefully, with the significant new funding that they have available, they will now up their game and be as ambitious as the UK Government. As part of the spending plans, there's on average a 2.6% rise in the Welsh Government's budget each year, with them set to receive around £120 a head for every £100 per person equivalent UK Government spending in England. The old Labour arguments that Westminster doesn't send us enough money that were questionable before will be downright ludicrous now. Another of their excuses for poor government in Wales out the window. Madam Deputy Speaker, I'll finally make particular note of another part of the speech given by the Chancellor, and I echo his sentiments. It's worth saying again, Madam Deputy Speaker, so I shall quote what he said. "We have a choice," he said. "Do we want to live in a country where the response to every question is, what is the government going to do about it? Where every time prices rise, every time a company gets in trouble, every time some new challenge emerges, that the answer is always that the taxpayer must pay? Or do we choose to recognise that the government has limits?" Madam Deputy Speaker, that is something I couldn't be happier to hear from the Chancellor, taking into account not only the challenges of the past 18 months from an economic sense, but also the ongoing challenges that we're experiencing from a societal sense. Perhaps it's time to revisit the traditional 3 R's of education. Of course, we still need reading, writing and arithmetic, but I'd venture that in order to build back better from the pandemic, both financially and in terms of community coherence, we need to focus on a new set of 3 R's: respect, responsibility and resilience. In closing, Madam Deputy Speaker, this budget has the potential to help the people of Delyn and North Wales enormously, and will undoubtedly help the United Kingdom build back better as a strong union of equals.